The nature kingdom is all around us. But who are they? Where do they come from? And what are they busy with? Welcome everyone. Charles and Martina are here to discuss the nature kingdom, how they arrived here and who they are, and how we respect, honor, and co-create with them. Martina, what is the kingdom of nature and who are these beings?
Put simply, it is a kingdom with a variety of beings that makes nature work on planet Earth. So they are enablers, connectors, contributors. They bring nature in all forms together and make it work. And work with the purpose that this planet has. So in lesson 121, Namas University explained that the purpose of this planet is the university planet.
Yeah.
And all these nature beings work closely together. And we know them for thousands of years already, and we find them in our local folklore.
Yes.
And interestingly enough, these beings are quite similar across the world.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter in which culture we dive. So I guess you want examples, right?
Yeah.
Let me take my list in order not to forget one.
Okay.
Please, in the audience, check that you probably find that you know quite a few of them. So, of course, you have heard of dragons.
Yeah.
You've heard of fairies. You've heard of wisps and trolls and dwarfs and unicorns, centaurs, ceberos, cockatrices, chimeras, bigfoots, gorgons, androsphinx, goblins, cyclops, griffins, to name just a few from Western culture.
Yeah.
Now, for example, those countries who still have nature in abundance, to people who live there, it's much easier to relate to all these beings.
Yeah.
Let me give you two examples. If you go to Ireland, fairies are considered part of life and are taken very seriously.
Yeah.
So fairies have trees, they have mounds, and the local people understand they are not to be messed with. If you go to Norway, you will find small statues of trolls across the country. So they are beings with a stone-like appearance, and they're everywhere in nature, mostly in the mountain range and in the woods. And of course, you find them in Northern mythology, like the Edda is the book called. But you will also find them today taken seriously. In the city of Ringdal, in 2023, a research center was opened to further investigate trolls.
Yeah.
We show a painting here that was created by a Norwegian with the name of Theodor Kittelsen. It's from the last century. It is quite beautiful. It shows a troll,
Yeah.
a skog troll, who is a mountain covered in trees. And at the same time, he could be a tree himself.
Yeah.
These beings are all around us, but they have learned that humans are dangerous. So they rather keep out of sight. And only with those who have an open heart and show respect for nature, they dare to interact with again.
Yeah. So, Martina, I know that in Fairywood in Arkin, you have described some of these beings and have painted them. I'm sure next time I'm in Aachen that can I take a stroll over there to visit with some of these beings.
Look, it's a part of the woodland of the municipality of Aachen.
Yeah.
What do I observe there when I go? There are people walking their dogs. There are people jogging. There are people also riding their bikes, although they are not supposed to. Or there are groups of people coming for a Sunday stroll chatting. They have no perception whatsoever what's going on around them. And the nature beings perceive them as rather disrespectful. If I go to that place and I'm at the verge of the woods, I touch 3 trees in a row, I bow to them, and I ask for permission to enter the woods. And I get a clear yes or no. Most of the time I get a yes. And I walk slowly, and I walk alone and in silence, and they open up.
Yes. You would almost perceive eyes looking at you, even though you can't see it. And there's an eerie type of attention that is paid to your presence if you acknowledge the beings that live in a particular area before you interact with them.
So I promise next time you come, I'll take you there. And we have a walk, a quiet walk.
Yes.
Sometimes you can sense them walking in your back, just following
Yes.
you.
You could sense them, or you could see them watching you too.
Yeah. But let us maybe go on to examples from around the world.
Yes.
In our Northern European mythology, dragons are dangerous beasts that should be slain. Whereas in the rest of the world, the perception is rather different and much more true. Dragons carry the fire of life in all dimensions. So if you go to countries in Asia, most notably China, there is no national festival, no national event without a dragon dance and a dragon boat race to honor that species. Right. If you go to Japan, the sun goddess Amaterasu is the highest nature being. It came to Earth long before humans were sent here. Right. To create the environment that we need to live in. So take the nature beings plus the devas away, there's nothing for us human to set foot on.
Yes. We wouldn't have a very good environment to live in because they clean the air, they create atmosphere, they bring the water, they grow the plants ready for humans to enjoy.
If we go, for example, to South America, to Brazil, there's a black-footed guardian of the forest, and it's called Curupira, that even chases down hunters who are after animals.
Yeah.
If you go to the North American tribes, ask them about Bigfoot. It's a being that has a precise role, which we don't understand pretty well, but they respect that being.
Yeah.
It's not to be messed with. Charles, what about examples from Africa?
Yes, in Africa, when we lived among our trees, we knew that the forest and the trees had spirits, and it was a mutual benefit because you always look to the forest trees for protection and also from the forest spirits. So there was a break in our connection with our native way of connecting with nature kingdom due to religion, but that is now beginning to turn around as every part of Africa is waking up to the role of our ancestors and how they are essential for our continued success in the endeavors that we have now. Unfortunately, many places have forests cut down and people moved into cities and do not have a lot of day-to-day interaction with nature as they had in the past.
Yes. Charles, that to me is a crucial point. The nature kingdom and the ancestor spirits of nature kingdom are two different things.
Yes.
And can you explain the difference, but why they are closely working together?
Well, you know that spirit is everything, and matter is just an extension of spirit. So everything has spirit, and every creation has a first version or an ancestor. Is like a software program where there's a version 1, and version 1 is the ancestor of version 1.15 or whatever.
Yeah.
So the ancestors are those who have the experience, worked on the plan, and now on the spirit side also collaborating and helping you or the being that is in the play to be able to perform. And it's always good to not forget but connect, because they see more, they remember more, they have more experience in everything that we do. The nature beings we have already discussed in several episodes, including today, are all here doing the thing, but each has their own ancestors. So we have what is called the collective spirit of the ancestors, which is really one thing. Yes.
Charles, you're quite prolific in that field, and you've just completed a second book on the ancestry spirits of nature. Tell us a bit more, please.
Okay. Yes. So we all know about the evolving new world of the fifth dimension. And when the divine creators, the creator, the cosmic mother, and the divine father came back into play and said, well, we're going to get this right. Also came the ancestors in terms of, well, we've done this before. We were pushed aside and neglected. Now, if you are ready, we are ready to come back to work. And a particular experience I had with the divine was about how we were taught to be afraid of spirits, afraid of God, so to say, afraid of the divine. And it was a moving experience as I learned from this interaction that we are family, we are loved, and we are cared for. So the key was the being able to forgive our brothers and sisters who were in the dark. And the other kingdoms have to also forgive us for all the things that we've done in destroying creation.
Yeah.
So now it's time of healing. It was quite something that, we had an interaction, and at the end, we said, I love you and we love you, and the fear between the ancestors and the divine was gone. So they'll see more of this in the book.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
We'll,
So
please.
go ahead. No, go ahead, Martina.
So our next episode will be in more detail about the ancestry spirits of nature and our, as you say, going back to the first version of ourselves and not the number we are currently with.
Yes.
Invite everyone to join us then.
Yes. Yes.
Looking forward to.
Yes. Well, we continue to ask you to send us questions and let us know where you're listening to us from. We thank you for listening. Okay. Bye-bye.
Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.
For